Many have speculated about a connection between Prince and Diddy, particularly concerning the issues Prince raised about the music industry. Allegedly, this link stems from Diddy's dealings with Warner Brothers, the record label Prince had long opposed. Both figures seem to share a history of profiting from artists while failing to adequately compensate them, which Prince publicly criticized. Additionally, there are claims that Diddy blackballed artists who dared to expose such practices, further complicating the relationship between them. Secondly, it's rumored that Prince once lent his house to Diddy for parties but never attended them himself. Allegedly, Prince had suspicions about the nature of the gatherings and what Diddy was doing during these events. Thirdly, Prince's estate was involved in a lawsuit against Jay-Z, who had a close relationship with Diddy before the legal issues arose. The lawsuit stemmed from allegations that Jay-Z was illegally distributing Prince's music on Tidal. Unfortunately, exposing figures like Jay-Z and Diddy rarely ends well for those involved, as both Warner and Prince tried to caution the public about the industry's darker side. Prince fought tirelessly for ownership and control over his music, engaging in a lifelong battle for artists' rights and fair compensation. Allegedly, he ultimately paid the highest price for his stance against these powerful entities, and whether Warner Brothers had any involvement in his untimely death remains a topic of debate among fans. To experience friction with Warner as he sought greater creative control and ownership over his music. After establishing Paisley Park Records, he was determined to carve out his own path in the industry, which led to escalating tensions with the label. By the late 1980s, Prince's dissatisfaction with Warner grew, particularly over disputes regarding his music catalog and the financial arrangements tied to it. He famously changed his name to an unpronounceable symbol as a form of protest against the label, becoming known as the artist formerly known as Prince. His actions highlighted the struggle many artists face in the industry regarding ownership and rights. Despite his monumental success, Prince's battle for artistic freedom became increasingly contentious, raising questions about the lengths to which powerful entities might go to maintain control over their artists. This ongoing conflict culminated in his eventual departure from Warner, but the scars from his experiences remained, prompting many fans to speculate about the darker forces at play in the music industry, especially regarding his tragic passing. As he passionately advocated for artists' rights and ownership of their work, Prince's frustration with Warner reached a boiling point, leading him to publicly confront the system that he felt exploited him and countless other musicians. In a notable instance, he appeared at the 1999 Grammy Awards with the word slave written on his face, a powerful statement that shocked audiences and underscored his struggles against the industry's control over artistic expression. He famously stated, "I am no longer Prince. I am the artist," further solidifying his commitment to reclaiming his identity and rights. His battle with Warner was not just about money, it was a deeply personal fight for artistic integrity. Prince sought to assert his autonomy, declaring his intention to re-record his catalog in order to regain ownership. This unprecedented move aimed to create two versions of his music, one under Warner and another that he controlled, forcing fans to choose between the two. Throughout this tumultuous period, Prince used various platforms to voice his grievances, making it clear that the music industry's practices were detrimental to artists. His relentless pursuit of justice for himself and others highlighted the pervasive issues within the industry, shining a light on the need for reform and greater artist empowerment. His legacy as a trailblazer for artists' rights remains influential, even after his untimely death, as discussions about music ownership continue to resonate in today's landscape. Prince was unwavering in his commitment to reclaiming his artistic integrity. In 2007, he announced plans to take legal action against platforms like YouTube, eBay, and the Pirate Bay for unauthorized use of his music, underscoring his determination to protect his work from infringement. After years of battles, he eventually regained ownership of his name and reached a settlement with Warner. However, his life took a tragic turn shortly thereafter. Prince died at the age of 57, with reports indicating that he was found unresponsive at his Minnesota estate. Health officials later concluded that he succumbed to an accidental overdose of fentanyl, having unknowingly consumed counterfeit Vicodin laced with the powerful synthetic opioid. Compounding the mystery surrounding his death, Prince was discovered in an elevator, the very elevator he reportedly referred to as the devil. This unsettling detail has fueled speculation and conspiracy theories regarding the circumstances of his passing, as many fans and observers believe that the music industry's pressures and his fight for ownership may have played a role in the tragic events leading to his untimely demise. Naturally, the circumstances surrounding Prince's death raised numerous eyebrows, as many found it difficult to accept that the famously health-conscious artist succumbed to an overdose of painkillers. His image as a dedicated and clean-living musician led fans and industry insiders alike to question the official narrative, fueling skepticism and conspiracy theories about potential foul play. The shocking nature of his passing left a profound impact on those who admired his work, as they grappled with the loss of an icon whose life was seemingly at odds with the circumstances of his death. There were also reports indicating that Prince had been struggling with his health in the weeks leading up to his death. He had previously experienced an overdose and had even cancelled shows, making an emergency landing on a flight home where he received a dose of an anti-opiate. This raised questions about why he wasn't under the care of a physician, especially after an alleged overdose less than a month prior. Given his declining health, it seemed peculiar that he wouldn't have sought medical treatment, particularly